If you're looking for delicious Asian vegetarian food in Singapore, you are in the right place. In this video, we are sharing 2 Japanese, 1 Korean and 1 Chinese restaurant that were amongst our favorites back in Singapore. Hello and welcome. We are Sakshi, TJ and little Pixie. We share our vegetarian food explorations and family travel adventures from London, the UK and around the world. Hoping you'll find your next food or travel inspiration here.
And today we are going to try a Korean restaurant which goes by the name of Daehwa, which means a big fire. This is a 100% vegetarian restaurant and it has been on our list for quite some time, and today we finally get to try it. So can't wait for it.
So usually at various Korean restaurants there is very limited vegetarian items, but at this restaurant there are so many vegetarian dishes, especially starting with in appetizers they have like 2 varieties of pancakes, and then they have salads, they have gyozas or dumplings which are similar. And then in the main course they have various varieties of soup, so starting with they have a clear soups and spicy soup, and all these soups have so many vegetables, tofus, seaweed. All these items look so good and so awesome, so we are just waiting to try it now. So now let's go. So our food is here. So the first thing which we ordered was the vegetable pancakes. This looks amazing. These are basically flour pancake with a lot of vegetables inside. I guess they would be crispy as well. And it's just so hot. So I'm just waiting to dig in now. So you can see this is in a square shape, and they do have a sauce. I think it's a soya sauce. Let me dip in and try it. It is crispy from the outside and soft from the inside, and you can definitely taste all the flavors from the vegetables. Nothing is overpowering. You can taste the carrot, you can taste the lettuce and some of the other vegetables they have. This is amazing. So the next item we ordered was it's kind of fried dumplings. It's something as similar as gyoza in Japanese food as well. As you know, I love dumplings, so I just definitely want to try. I'm not sure what's the filling inside. I will let you know once I have it. And they also have sauce with this, so it looks like soya sauce. Again, so crispy from the outside. As you can see, the skin is so crispy, and inside they have different vegetables. I'm sure there's mushroom and some other green vegetables like spinach and all. This is also really good. So for the main dish we ordered a kimchi soup which has fermented kimchi and a lot of vegetables like mushrooms, spinach, and they do have tofu as well in the soup. They serve it so boiling. When it comes on your table, it like boils away. It is boiling still when it comes on your table, so it looks just delicious just looking at it. And then with the soup, right, so they serve different condiments as well. So I think this is a radish, and then they have some kind of vinegar pickle as well for vegetables, and this, I don't know what is this. And then it comes with a rice as well, or you can also choose a noodle if you like to have a noodles with this. So now let's dig in. First let me try just the broth and see how is it. Oh my god, this is so comforting and so smooth. It's not that spicy as you might be expecting. The kimchi might be spicy, but it's not. The flavors are so balanced. This is just perfect. If you feel like having something comforting and soothing for you, it's really just this is just like that.
So this was such a good lunch, both in terms of the taste and the flavors, and also in terms of how hearty, healthy and wholesome the food was, especially the main dish, that is the kimchi soup, along with the different accompaniments and the brown rice. Other than that, we are just very surprised to see this place so crowded because it's a weekend and it's located in an office area, and we were not expecting it to be fully packed. But despite that, the service was really good and really fast and efficient. Other than that, given that this restaurant is fully vegetarian, we are definitely going to be back to try more from the menu. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. And today we are very excited about this vlog because we are heading to this Japanese restaurant which offers a very unique experience. And to know what it is, come with us.
So today we are headed to this Japanese restaurant called Menbaka Kyoto Fire Ramen Restaurant. This was originally opened in Kyoto in 1984 and it's known for its signature Fire Ramen. The Singapore outlet is their first and only international outlet, and that makes it special and a must try. So the Fire Ramen is loved for its taste, which is the fiery umami or the burnt or charred flavor, and also for the theatrical serving method, where the chef will ignite the oil to create a tall and dramatic flame and then pour it over the signature broth and serve it piping hot to the guests.
So the vegetarian options in their menu are quite limited, but we still wanted to try this place because we've heard rave reviews and we also wanted to come here for the experience. So in their starters, they have edamame beans and vegetarian gyoza. And then in their ramen, they only have one vegetarian option, which is the shiitake mushroom ramen option. But you can customize it a little bit because you have add-ons that you can add. For example, eggs or seaweed or buttercorn and extra mushrooms. So all of this can, you can mix and match based on your preferences.
So now let's try the gyozas. It's nicely charred from one side, like fried from one side and soft from the other side. And then they serve with chopped cabbage and sauce. So now let's dip it in and eat it in one bite. Oh my god, there are so many flavors going on with vegetables. There are so many different vegetable textures, so many different vegetable flavors inside. And the sauce, while the sauce gives you that good amount of saltiness to it. So overall combined everything is just delicious and awesome. So now let's move towards the hero dish of the day, which is the vegetarian fire ramen. So the ramen looks really good, especially with a lot of green vegetables, spring onions. It looks quite nice, and they have added a lot of shiitake mushrooms to it. So I'm going to start with the broth. The broth got so nice and earthy flavors to it. It's very mild, it's not spicy at all, but with all the mushroom flavors to it, as well as all the other things they might have added, the broth tastes really nice and amazing. So it's very delicious. Oh my god, everything together is so good. The broth is so nice, the noodles are quite flavored now with sitting in the broth for some time, and especially the burnt flavor from that oil fire which they make it. It gives you that very distinct flavor for this ramen. It's very different from what other ramens we have tried, so it's delicious, the burnt flavor to it. I just loved it overall. It's a very different kind of ramen I had.
So overall, we really enjoyed the meal today, and that goes for both me and DJ. And the fire experience was a really nice touch. So they'll give you aprons, they'll make you sit at the counter, and then they'll give you instructions. So they'll tell you to lean back, to be careful, and then as they pour the oil, you can really feel the heat. It's actually, I didn't expect it to be so hot. So by reflex, you lean back on your own because you can feel the intensity of the fire. But the experience is quite nice. The service here was great. It was fast and efficient, and the food arrived within minutes. So overall, really recommended, thumbs up. And so today we are at Middle Road in Singapore. and we are heading to the Fortune Center. Now in this center there are many vegetarian restaurants, mostly Chinese and Japanese. But today we are heading out to a vegetarian Japanese restaurant which claims to be the first Japanese vegetarian restaurant that opened up in Singapore in 2010.
So today we are at Herbivore, and their vegetarian menu, vegetarian and vegan menu is so extensive. So they have so many variety of vegetarian Japanese items. So like they have sushi, they have avocado roll, they have ramen, udon noodles, and then they have a very nice bento sets as well, which serves a lot of different variety of food. So you can taste everything in that one bento box. And then they do also have some desserts options as well. So first main dish is here. So for this I've ordered a soba noodle set. So this is a cold soba noodle. So the soba noodles are basically buckwheat noodles, and they are served mostly cold. And then along with that I have a set of tempura. So tempura is basically they are in the batter they are deep fried. It's like basically fritters or pakoda in India, how we call. So this has various vegetables. So these are like eggplant, squash, or radish, or ladyfinger as well, and they serve it along with two sauces. So now I've dipped in this sauce and I'm gonna eat it. So that was so good, especially once I added the wasabi. It gave you the kick along with the noodles. The noodles are, I don't know what it is, it's cold noodles, but they taste so good to me. I just love the soba noodles.
Okay.
So I'm gonna next try the maki, which looks really amazing. So I've added some wasabi and some pickles on top. So this is a tempura maki. So it has rice, vegetables, and some fried tempura, I guess. So it looks like quite a mouthful. So I'm gonna try and see how much I can eat. That wasabi with some soya sauce and the vegetables and the seaweed and the pickled radish. Oh my god. As soon as you eat the whole thing together, the flavors get all together and mashed up. It just was a flavor bomb actually. I just loved it. It takes you back to Japan.
Okay. So what I have here looks really interesting, and it's called an avocado roll. So this is a seaweed paper, and inside this is rice, avocado, carrot, cucumbers. I think there are chia seeds and some kind of sauce as well. And like with everything else, there is some wasabi and pickled radish along with it. Here it goes. I didn't know what to expect, but this combination really works. All the flavors have come together very nicely. So there is the saltiness from the seaweed, there is the rice neutralizes it, the sauce inside is a little mix of sweet and salty, and the avocado is just creamy, which I really love anyway. So yeah, really nice and super healthy starter. Yeah, so very good. Okay. So now what I ordered for myself is this huge bowl of spicy ramen, and inside this there is noodles, there is tofu, there is sweet corn, spinach, seaweed. Did I say seaweed already? And some kind of mock meat. And the broth looks nice and spicy, like the name suggests, so let's give it a go. This version of the ramen is really good. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. So these noodles are very soft and silky and smooth. So as soon as you eat, you don't have to make a lot of effort to chew them. Very nice quality of noodles, I'd say. And the flavors of the broth, tofu, spinach and seaweed all combined. It's very well balanced and a little spicy at the same time, so just right. To sum up, we had a good time here. We'll give it an overall rating of 8 on 10. So in terms of the ambience, the place is small, but it's really popular. As you can see, it's completely packed at this lunch hour on a Sunday. The service is good and the staff is attentive, so that's a thumbs up as well. Overall, the food is really good. We enjoyed almost everything that we tried here. So overall, a big thumbs up, and we'll be back to try more. And today we are going to visit the House of Sichuan, which is a restaurant that specializes in Sichuan cuisine and is also included in the Michelin star guide for Hong Kong and Macau. So what their specialty is that they have taken some of the traditional Sichuan recipes and they have given it a modern take, and their dishes reflect the 7 different flavors of the Sichuan region.
So the vegetarian menu at the Chi House is quite big. So they do have vegetarian varieties across all the courses. I have never seen such a big vegetarian menu in the Chinese restaurant. So in the starters, they do have hot and cold appetizers. So in the hot appetizers, they do have like chili oil wontons, vegetarian wontons, and then they have also bang bang wonton, sorry. And in the cold appetizers, they have eggplant salad, mashed cucumber, and few other things. And then they also have soup. So they have 2 varieties of vegetarian soup, and they also have few dim sums in the vegetarian as well. In the main course, they have fried rice, different varieties of fried rice and noodles, all vegetarian. And in the mains, in curry or the other dry form, they have a lot of varieties in the tofu. So like they have Kong Pao tofu, Mapu tofu curry as well, and then few other tofu varieties. And in the vegetable curries, they do have a lot of vegetable curries like eggplant curry, and then few mixed vegetable curry as well. So in and all, they have so many vegetarian things here. So we are here to explore those things. So our first item is here. We have ordered an hot and sour soup. This looks really delicious, and the weather outside is quite rainy, and this I think is a perfect dish to order when the weather is nice outside, and then you can enjoy hot soup as well. So the soup looks really good. It has a lot of shredded tofu and some vegetables like spring onions. After you take the first like a spoon, after some time the chilliness kicks in. It's kind of really not that spicy, but it's quite a nice balanced flavor overall, and with those small bits and pieces of tofu and vegetables gives you that nice crunchiness with the soup. So our next starter is here, which is chili oil vegetarian wontons, which looks absolutely delicious. Just looking at it, looks so mouth-watering with the chili oil. You can't imagine. I don't know if you are able to see that, but here in front of me, it looks really mouthful. Oh my god. The wonton is nice and steamed very well. It has a lot of vegetables inside, and that chili oil gives you that punch. It's not overpowering chili, but it's absolutely amazing.
So our main course is here, and we have ordered Kung Pao tofu and vegetarian fried rice. So Kung Pao tofu here looks very interesting. It has a lot of tofu with peanuts, there's different vegetables, there's a lot of Sichuan spices, and there's some kind of dressing on top of it. It's supposed to be super spicy, and it's very nice and piping hot. I don't know, but I am not sure if you can see the steam rising out of the dish. And for the fried rice, there were actually 2 options. So you could order the chili fried rice or the non-chili vegetarian fried rice. So we went to go for the non-spicy one because the tofu is spicy on its own. So let's try it out. I'm just going to go for the tofu with some peanuts and some of the vegetables here. trying to avoid the chili. It's nice. It's actually not that spicy, and like in the hot and sour soup, it has a very sweet tinge to it, and it's a mix of salty and spicy. So it's not overwhelmingly spicy. It's well balanced and it's quite delicious. This is so good. The tofu, the chili and the oil, and the fried rice, which actually I don't know is cooked in what type of oil, but it has a nice flavor to it and has some aroma to it. And just the combination of all of this is really amazing. So we are very happy with the lunch today. The food was absolutely mouth-watering. Our favorite for both me and DJ were the chili oil wontons. And from the mains, the tofu was actually on the sweeter side. We were expecting it to be more spicy, and we could have actually ordered the chili fried rice. The service was pretty good. The staff was attentive, things arrived on time, and we deliberately visited on a weekend because the restaurant is in the CBD and it gets very busy on the weekdays, so that worked out well. थोड़ा सा दूर. हाँ, क्या बोलना था मुझे? मैंने बोल दिया ना, this is specialized in Sichuan cuisine. फिर से